What's with all the hype? Is it all because she white? Nah, she a dog. She can ball like she might. Get. Top of the morning, afternoon, night, depending on where you at. It's the Pope, your host that do the most. Welcome to the Just Being Frank show. We got to break it down, man. Paige Bueckers, we all know, number one draft pick, had got what was the WNBA draft 2 days ago. 2 days ago, Lith, she got drafted, but two nice looking white women, right? Blonde hair and all. But the ratings didn't do too good. Let's bring Ben Daniel podcast up, man, and he gonna break down these ratings for us, and I'm gonna dive into why. Yeah, it don't matter that you're white. Is your game right? That's what we're gonna talk about. So let's let Ben Daniel break this down for us, shall we?
Calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. The WNBA draft ratings are officially in, and boy, oh boy, do we have some things to talk about. 2025 second most viewed WNBA draft of all time, with an average of 1.25 million viewers, with a peak of 1.46 million viewers, up 119% versus 2023. And I know what the question may be, 2023, 2020. Well, Ben, just out of curiosity, because we're all curious around here, right? We all want to be well-informed. What is it compared to the 2024 draft? Well, thank you guys for asking. I appreciate that. Here we go. It's down 49%. 49% of the audience said, yeah, I'll go watch paint dry instead. In fact, some people...
Hold on, Ben. I like this right quick. Let me break this down. So 3.9 million viewership peaked when Caitlin Clark was drafted. It was at 2.45 million. That's a lot when it went peak, right? Their peak was, there was 1.2 and it peaked at 1.4. Not too much of a peak, would you say? The draft, it was very boring. This last draft that just went, a lot of people didn't know who a lot of these girls was. But yeah, man, 49% down? Sheesh. Again, y'all told me and told everybody that Caitlin Clark's popularity, for the most part, is because she was white. Well, this just debunks that, because Paige Bueckers, number one overall pick, Hailey Lith, that looking like a supermodel, and got game. Lith got, I don't even know how she fell to 11. That's kind of weird. She got number 11 tattooed on her wrist before. Like, what's the number? Is she number 11? Y'all let me know that in the comments. Does she wear number 11? Because I'm wondering, why would she get number 11 tattooed on her wrist? Again, to me, it could be a conspiracy. They knew they was going to pair her with Angel Reese and Carmela Cordosa. I don't see how she's a real baller to me. She one of the best in the draft, I thought. Am I mistaken? But Hailey Lith been nice, and she was crazy nice last year. So I don't get it. But led her team all the way to what, Final Four? So I'm kind of confused on how she fell all the way to the 11th spot, and they already had 11th tattooed on her. I don't know. All right. Okay. She just says divine. But yeah, it didn't matter, that Hailey Lith looked like a supermodel and Paige Bueckers is supposed to be a generational talent, and they both white. It didn't bring in audience. It didn't bring in the viewership. Nowhere close to like when Caitlin Clark was in town for the WNBA draft. It's not the same, man, even though no matter how y'all want to try to slice it.
People, Jason Whitlock, he didn't even realize the WNBA draft took place the other night. He found that out the next morning, that Paige Bueckers and the WNBA draft had actually taken place. Last year, 2.45 million, peaked with 3.09 million, up 307% from the previous high back in 2004. You guys might be asking, what was the ratings back in 2004? Very curious bunch. I appreciate it. We all want to stay informed. Me as well.
Yeah.
601,000 from 2004. So 2024 was up 307%.
They didn't even hit a million.
From 2004, 1.06 million women viewers was the 2024 draft. Now here we go, folks. This is when we get into the nooks, into the crannies, and into the fun. I'm going to give credit where credit is due before we even get into that. Why was last year's draft such a big deal? Well, Caitlin Clark was getting drafted. Reason number one, Caitlin Clark getting drafted.
Thank you, Ben. Caitlin Clark was getting drafted. I know Ben, goes on. Make sure y'all go check it out. Full video of Ben breaking that down. But you know, he ends up saying Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, they was a part of it, which is understandable. I understand what he said. But yeah, Caitlin Clark. If you take Caitlin Clark out of that draft, it's trash. They're not. You could have replaced Caitlin with Paige and Angel Reese and Cameron Brink in last year's class. And let's just say Caitlin stayed for her 5th year, like Paige did, right? Let's say the roles was reversed. Caitlin stayed for her 5th year in college. Paige came out and was going to be the consensus #1 overall pick. And Cameron Brink and Angel Reese was a part of the draft. It wouldn't have done no numbers like that. Nowhere close. Nowhere close. So with that being said, you got to know. It's all Caitlin Clark. Again, you could have reversed 2024 to 2025, Paige Bueckers, replaced her with Caitlin Clark. Let Caitlin been playing at Iowa, and Paige went to the league. Like, come on, man. If Caitlin could have been coming in this draft right here, right now, 2025 draft, it'd have been an explosion. It'd have been probably better numbers than even what she did last year. Honestly, because another year of Caitlin Clark and end up telling how far and if she would have, how far Iowa would have went had she stayed with that new team. With having an Ava, Hannah again, Lucy Olsen on her wing. Yeah, it could have been spooky hours for women's college basketball had Caitlin Clark stayed. If she came out in this draft right here, her popularity would have grown at Iowa even more than it did her senior year if she would have went back for her 5th year. So, yeah, I think it would have been even bigger than the numbers that she did last year. That's just what I feel. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. But, again, man, it's not because she white. So all of that, y'all got to knock that narrative off. Here go 2 fresh new white players, Hailey Van Lith and Paige Bueckers, who's supposed to be generational, Paige Bueckers. And they ain't moving that type of needle that Caitlin Clark is. Hit the like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. Enjoy your day. Peace and love. I'm out.